box like a champ.
Morning, folks. Welcome to K6 Outdoors. I'm your host, Kyle. Couldn't resist it. You guys liked the video above, it was a YouTube short, of how to refill 1 pound canisters. I got a lot of feedback there that that's not right. You're not getting them full. That's not safe. That's not legal. And, many of you aren't wrong. There are some legalities. Legally, you can't refill those 1 pound canisters and transport them anywhere, which, most people looking at that video probably use them for camping, little buddy heaters when they're out on the ice, all that fun type of stuff. So I was at my local Menards and picked up this Flame King kit. Now, I have a use for refillable containers because I use one of those fancy igniters to light my charcoal grill. I use them to help weed the garden with a torch and, various other things around the property. I was going to say, as of right now, Flame King is the only brand available that's refillable, but Mr. Heater just came out with one as well. I'll put a link down below that. It's very similar in concept, but it's only the second reusable legal canister on the market. This device makes sure you can take a 20-pound LP tank and, refill this. So if you're lucky enough and have a station near that can just refill your tank, then yeah, you can get it cheaper. Generally speaking, LP is only so much per gallon, and these little 20-pound canisters hold about 4-ish gallons of propane. Now, if you're like me and we don't have one locally, you just exchange this thing for it at the local store for $17, and you can refill 20 of these. Something like 85 cents a refill, which these are about $5 a piece. So there is a pretty high return on investment. Not to mention the fact that you're not, it's being a little more eco. You're not throwing away stuff you're being, resourceful and reusable. So in this instance, you can see on the box here, it saves you time, saves you money, and saves resources. Saves the planet a little bit here at a time. This is not a sponsored video. I bought this myself and, thought it'd be good to share this with you all. So I'm going to go ahead and open this up and just set it out here on top of the counter. Save you guys the hassle. So in this box, this specific kit, you'll find everything you need to have a refillable canister. Man, it's loud out. I've got the door open today because it's beautiful outside, but the traffic is just screaming by. It's like 300, probably 400 feet that way, but it's still plenty loud. Anyway, inside this kit has everything you need. Notably, on top, when you open the box from the right side, it has this important. Before using refill kit, go to www.flameking.com/refillable and review the instruction manual thoroughly. We are dealing with flammable gas here, so you want to be safe. This is the instructions of how to physically put together the stand here. And we'll go ahead and I'll just throw that together quick and I'll save you guys the effort as well. It's pretty basic and simple from the look of the instructions. This is probably a good point in the video to put a little plug out here for the channel. If you guys aren't part of the YouTube family, I'd invite you over here to come along with me on the journey. And if you have any feedback, positive or negative, let me know down in the comments below. Give me a thumbs up or thumbs down. I like constructive criticism, so anything you have for recommendations, I would greatly appreciate it. All right. Only takes a couple minutes to assemble the stand. Pretty straightforward. The only thing that makes you pay attention to is the labels. There's a side that faces the ground, and then you have, because the counter things for the screws, so it sits flat. Washers and some wing nuts, tighten her down. It says right in the front here, warning, never leave a propane cylinder upside down for more than 10 minutes and only use 20-pound cylinders. Guessing that's what it's designed for and tested for. Stand's pretty simple. Inside this box, you'll find the piece you need to fill the actual canisters. Nice steel, plastic, and brass piece. Watched a few reviews on these. There haven't been a whole lot of bad reviews on this stuff, but overwhelmingly they're very well received. All right. So that's all it takes to get started. On top of the actual little reusable cylinder, you've got the Allen wrench you need here to open the actual breathing valve on this. So lets the pressure out of the tank when it's filling. And that. So let's go ahead and I'll get you guys in here for a little bird's eye view. We're going to go ahead and get this tank flipped upside down here and set on top because, well, you know, you need that done so you can get the propane out. Very simple. Now this should all be done outside. I'm doing this inside in the studio lab area, so it's a little more, you know, easier to see. And I've got the doors open. The main reason they have there is just flammability risk. You just don't want to risk that. That's what I'm trying to tell you guys. So just to give you guys a close-up look here, this little cap does come on, so you can, you know, screw it on there when it's not in use to protect it. You know, it's pretty straightforward. Just screw this bad boy off, and it shows you here the actual cylinder, right? Nothing too crazy. It says it's environmentally friendly. Read instructions before refilling. Made in Thailand. So not made in the USA as you would expect. And it's a nice heavy-duty steel canister. On the top, you have your typical brass fitting. You see what's inside here? This is what makes the difference. This little piece inside is what gets pressed down by this fitting here inside. And that's what lets you, you know, vent out the gas as you're filling it to make sure you get a full 1 pound cylinder. What you have to do when you start this, there's a little set screw on the side here. You'll stick this inside there and turn it just a little bit to open it. You'll hear it trying to acclimate to the environment, but you just need to turn it open just a little bit. So you see there, that's all it takes to open it. You'll do that, and you'll actually be able to fill it with propane. Take precaution when doing this. Wear gloves. Propane can be very cold, especially when it's stored outside. So we're going to go ahead and get this all put together. This is very simple, straightforward, takes less than a minute to do. And, you know, if you do it right, it's safe. We're going to go ahead and screw this onto here. And for the sake of today's demonstration, I'm not going to be weighing it because I don't honestly care 100% if it's completely full right now. It's fine for what we're doing. I'm doing today. Just want to show you guys how this all works. Inside there is a black plastic piece that meets up with this, so you need to make sure it's clocked correctly. You'll be able to push it up inside the canister there. You'll kind of feel it push up in. Go ahead and tighten that down. Like so. Pretty straightforward. Now what you'll need to do is take this little set screw like I talked about and back it out a little bit so it can breathe. You'll hear air. Hope you guys can hear that on my mic here. And what we'll do is we'll fill this till you start seeing a steady stream of propane come out this hole. Then we will take this screw and we'll tighten this back down. When it starts coming out of this hole, it tells you that it's 80% full, and that's generally what you'll see with propane. 80% full means full because of safety factor. Make sure you're wearing safety glasses and gloves for this just to be safe. A little bit of PPE never hurt anybody. So we're going to go ahead and open up the propane tank. You'll hear it prime the system up. Go ahead and open this up, like I said, and then you go ahead and start filling and wait for gas to come out of that hole. Takes about a minute. You will smell propane. This is why you're supposed to be doing it outside. You'll smell that rotten egg smell. So you start seeing a little bit come out. Start to see a little bit come out there. Wait for a steady stream. That's good. We'll go ahead and turn that off. That's all it takes. You've got a full cylinder. Go ahead, at this point, go ahead and turn your valve off. That way you can make sure there's no gas that can come out. Go ahead and unthread this like you normally would. And you have a nice full 1 pound cylinder. Works really, really good. Go ahead and put the cap on this and set it to the side for now. And obviously you can do this here and let the gas out, or you just purge out the remaining. Go ahead and take off the valve off the tank. And that's it. Take your 20 pound tank off the top, set it to the side, and you've successfully filled your 1 pound canister from your 20 pound tank. So that's quite simple, honestly. Now I've got a nice full, legal 1 pound cylinder that you can refill and take with you anywhere you go. That last video I talked about where I just bought that little adapter, you know, it obviously works. It has some pluses and minuses to it. You can refill those little green canisters. Even though they're really not meant to be refilled, it does work. And legally, you can't transport them. So if someone were to pull you over and say, hey, you've got tanks back there, were they refilled? No one's going to ask that question. That's the last thing they're going to be concerned with. But if something happens in an accident or, you know, something else goes on, they're going to be questioning that stuff. There's no doubt about that. So let's tie a bow on today's session. These Flame King easy, refillable, environmentally friendly canisters, well, they are as advertised. My first time filling it, honestly, was on camera here, so I didn't practice, and it worked really well. Just look at that video on their website to show you how to do it, read the instructions, be safe. This is a flammable gas, and it's on, you know, low pressure, but, you know, still is a risk. 16.4 ounce easy fill canisters, they claim, are easy to fill. No complaints on that end. In just a little under a minute, or just around a minute, you have a full 1 pound tank from your 20 pound tank. It worked as advertised. Again, you can tell that they're pretty well built, heavy duty steel canisters. They're going to work for the long run. I do think they do have a 12-year stamped date on them, so you can use them for 12 years and legally use them for 12 years. They're going to last longer than that, but they're tested to last 12 years, which, you know, that's how everything is. When you're dealing with some type of storage vessel such as this, there's going to be some type of shelf life that the government's put on it or safety commissions have. So based upon the initial impressions, it is easy to use. It is fast. I can see why it's going to be cost effective. I can't give you guys an idea whether or not it's going to be dependable and durable and reliable like it says, because I haven't really used it very long. But I'll definitely give you guys updates in the future about how well it does last. The actual refill station itself seems to be really well built. It'll last some time. The actual refill nozzle itself seems to be of high quality, so I don't think there's anything to worry about there. And I'm looking forward to using it to refill these little canisters to save a little bit of money. Because like you, I don't have an unlimited budget. Save a penny here and a penny there, and, you know, be a little better on the environment by not having, you know, 15, 16, 30 1 pound canisters used a winter or a year. It just saves us all a little bit. I can see why people think these are good products based upon my initial impressions and using it. Seems to work very well. I will put Amazon affiliate links down below to where you can pick up the Flame King setup, the complete setup, as well as the just replaceable. You can buy more of these specific canisters. And if you guys use those, remember, it's of no expense to you. But if you buy something after using that link, I do get a little bit of commission, generally 4%. It's not very much, to be honest with you. But it's enough to help me keep me going here on the channel, to afford to buy some of this stuff to share with you all. Because YouTube doesn't make you rich. And do enjoy doing this for you all, so I greatly appreciate the support. And without you all, this channel does not exist. So thanks again. Hope you guys found this short video informative and helpful. I really like this product. Let me know what you guys think of the video. If there's something more you'd like to know or see something more you'd like to see, I would greatly appreciate if you put those in the comments down below. Give me a thumbs up if you guys liked today's video. If you didn't, give me a thumbs down, but let me know what I can do to make this channel better, because this channel is about you all. The thumbs ups and thumbs downs and comments help direct me on what way to go here. And the idea of this channel is I can learn some of this stuff the hard way, so you guys don't have to. Sit down on your couch with your coffee, your morning crumpet, and just learn something. I learn a lot of things on YouTube myself. We call it YouTube University training. But you know what? Sometimes real life experience and real life people like myself that aren't being paid or influenced to tell you something is the best way to learn. Hope you guys enjoyed this short video. Thanks again for stopping in. My name's Kyle. We'll catch you in the next one. I'll see ya.